Good morning. Welcome to Venus class. My name is Kathy and I'm happy to be here with you. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I'm going to remove all this paraphernalia and lead you through a 1-hour Venus class. So if you're missing Clarkson Hot Yoga, please join me. Thank you. We'll start as always with our breath, so if you'll make your way to the front of your mat, big toes and heels together. Start to center your body, close your eyes, draw the belly in, shoulders back and down, palms open to the front. As you breathe in slowly and carefully, full breaths in and out of the nose. And then draw the palms together at your heart, open your elbows, shoulders back and down, tuck the lower back, close your eyes, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, interlace your fingers and allow your hands and your body to fall towards the earth. When your inhale comes, sweep all the way up, press the palms up towards the sky. Exhale, palms through heart center, interlacing and pressing down. Release all the breath. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Taking a few of these with the measure of your breath. Last one, deepest breath yet. And exhale low. Inhale slowly up to center. Release the neck and shoulders. Start to roll the tension out. Becoming grounded through the big toe, pinky toe and heel. As you inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, interlace all your fingers. Release the index fingers, squeeze the arms and ears together, and then just start to wave the upper body to the right, to the center, to the left, back to center, keeping your chin lifted, bumping your hips out to the opposite side. Even yourself out on the left side. Coming back to center, setting up for a longer stretch. Anchoring through your heels, lifting up tall on the inhale, squeezing the arms and ears. And as you exhale, tip to the right, bumping your hips to the left. Lifting the chin, squaring your hips to the front. Lifting the arms up and over, really stretching from the fingertips to the left heel. Maybe even pushing down on your left heel a little bit. Breathing, deep breaths in through the side body. Coming down to bump and coming back up to center on your inhale. Setting up to exhale to the left. Hips bumping to the right, chin is lifted, heart is open. Push down on the right heel, lift the heart. One last long deep breath in. Bump down on the exhale, and then inhale back up. Release the arms and shoulders, roll everything around. And we'll come into a little back bend. So take your hands to your lower back, palms down. Squeeze the elbows and shoulders. As you inhale, lift the heart. Put a little bend in your knees. Push the hips forward. Start to let the head drop back between the shoulders. Opening your heart, squeezing the elbows behind you, looking towards the wall or the ceiling behind you. Inhale, come up slowly, letting your head come up last. Sliding your hands around to the fronts of your hips. Inhale, lift tall. As you exhale, hinging at the hips. Letting your upper body fall towards the earth. Releasing your hands. Wrapping your arms around the backs of your legs. Tucking your chin to the chest. Letting the crown of the head reach towards the floor. Breathing deeply in through the back body. Exhale, release. Place your hands on your shins as you inhale halfway up with a flat back. Push the legs back. Exhale, lower back down. Taking the peace finger grab of the big toes, interlacing the first two fingers between the big toe and the second toe. Open your elbows, pull up on the big toes, drop your chin, tucking it in, looking towards your legs, straightening your legs as much as you can. You can lift up on the toes to draw the crown of the head closer to the earth. Exhale, release, hands back on the shins as you inhale, peek up halfway. Exhale, fold it in, lift your heels up, slide your hands under your heels, pinky fingers touch, thumbs on the outside, lift up on the heels, pull down with the head and release the weight a little bit forward. Lifting your heels, release your hands, place your hands on your hips. As you inhale, come all the way back up to center, slowly letting any lightheadedness pass. And then step your feet apart about hip distance, toes face forward. Take your fingers forward on an inhale. As you exhale, draw the shoulders back over the hips, bend your knees and start to sink down. Weight is in your heels, back is straight. Just go down to your edge. You'll feel it right here in your quads. Belly is pulled in, back is straight, gazing off the fingertips. And as you inhale, come all the way up to your tiptoes. Keep the arms where they are. Maybe plug the shoulders back in. Wiggle around, get your balance. And when you're ready on an exhale, keeping the shoulders right above the hips, bend your knees and sink your body down. Heels are lifted, back is straight. Breath is long and deep. All the way up on an inhale, on an exhale, releasing down. Shaking everything out, preparing for chair pose. Letting the big toes and heels anchor together, squeeze the inner thighs, zipping everything up to your midline. Bend your knees, let your fingertips come to the earth on either side of your feet, and then as you inhale, sweep the arms up by the ears. Pull the belly in, tuck the lower back, send your hips back towards the back wall. Gaze up past your fingertips. Allow your shoulders to relax away from your ears. Everything's squeezing to the midline. Weight is in your heels. Your toes should be able to come up off the earth. And we'll take a twist to the right. Take a big breath in. On the exhale, palms draw together through the heart center and then twist over to the right, hooking the left elbow outside of the right leg and looking over the right elbow. Just a little bit of weight in your left elbow to hold you up. And if you'd like, you can open your arms, left hand to the outside of the right foot, and the right hand comes up and over, getting maybe a more twist. Crown of the head stretches forward. Weight is still in your heels. As you inhale, come back to chair pose. Exhale, we'll take that twist to the left. Right elbow hooks on the outside of the left knee. Look over your left elbow, opening your arms if you like on this side. Inhale to chair, 3 breaths. And as you exhale, straighten the legs. Let the arms come to the sides and shake it out. Moving from here to eagle pose. Feet face forward. Inhale the arms up so the palms face each other. As you exhale, sweep the right arm under the left. Hands to the shoulders, backs of the hands together. Or if you're able to curl your right fingertips into a fist, tucking them into the left hand and turning the side of the left hand to the front. Elbows drop, hips drop. Pick your right leg up over the left and either tuck your toes behind your left calf or set your right toes down next to the left. Lift the elbows, lift the gaze, squeeze everything again to the midline. A lot of these balance poses will be difficult because I'm on a rug. Exhale, unwind, inhale up. And as you exhale, switch. Left arm under the right. Same hand placement as on the right. Elbows drop, hips drop. Left leg comes up over the right. Tucking the left toes behind the right calf. Or setting them down. Lifting the elbows, lifting the gaze. The weight is through your right heel. Exhale, unwind, inhale up, exhale down, and you can go ahead and take a water break, and we'll start balancing next. So we'll start with standing forehead to knee, hands on the hips, nice straight shoulders over the hips. Start to pour the weight through your left heel. Inhale, pick your right foot up, bend your right knee, flex your right foot. Stay here, working on your balance. Or you can reach down for your right foot with both hands and send the right foot forward. Bend your right knee, softly set the right foot down, walk it out. And we'll try that on the other side. Hands on your hips, weight pouring through your right heel, light on the left toes, and inhale, lift the left foot and flex it. You can stay right here, finding that drishti off the tip of your nose, spot that's not moving. Or if you'd like, reach down for the left foot with both hands and send it forward. Bend your left knee, softly set your left foot down, walk it out. And we'll move to King Dancer. Bend your right elbow, tuck it into the right side, let your right hand drop. Thumb faces behind you. Weight pours through your left foot as you inhale, picking the right foot up behind you. Fingers on the inside, thumb on the outside, thumb on the sole of your foot. Draw your knees together. Inhale, left arm up. As you exhale, tip forward, pressing the right foot into the right hand. And release. Right foot down, walk it out. Left elbow bends, tuck it into your left side. Drop your hand down. As you inhale, pick your left foot up. Fingers on the inside. Thumb on the sole of your foot. Remember, it's just yoga. Knees draw together, square your hips. Take your right hand up. And then if you'd like, tip forward. And release. Stepping back to the back of your mat for standing or to warrior three poses. So take your arms up, step forward on your right foot, plug your toes in on the left. As you inhale, lift tall, and as you exhale, tip forward, flexing your left foot and pushing it back behind you. Trying to make your arms parallel to the earth and your leg parallel to the earth. Stretch and push the heel away from you. And if you like, you can take your hands behind you, flip your palms down, lower the chest. And release. Left foot back to the right. Inhale the arms up. Step forward on your left foot. Right toes plug in. Inhale, lift tall. Exhale, tip forward. Rooting through your left heel, pushing the right heel away from you. Fingertips stretch forward. And then hands float behind you, palms down. Chest lowers. And let your right foot come to meet the left. Inhale the arms up. Exhale the arms down. Walking it out. And we'll move to the side of the mat for our long, wide-legged stretches to the long side. Stretch your legs out wider than your shoulders. Take your hands to your hips, or you can take them to your lower back to take a little back bend first. Inhale, look behind you. And as you exhale, stretch your forehead or your crown of the head towards the side wall. Hinging at your hips, allow the head to drop towards the earth. Hands come down. If they're on the earth, they're stretched. Look back to meet the feet. You can bend your elbows, soft knees. And release your hands, interlace them behind your back. Squeeze the palms together. Let the crown of the head stretch towards the earth as the arms come up and overhead. Weight rolls forward. Release your hands, slide them down your legs, and reach for the peace finger grab of the big toes. Open your elbows, lift up the toes, drop the head. Roll your weight forward. Releasing the big toes, grab ankles, shins, or if you're able to, slide your hands under your feet from the outside. Lifting up on the heels, letting the head drop. And hands release, soft bend in the knees, hands on the hips as you come up slowly, letting any lightheadedness pass. And then step the right foot to meet the left at the front of the mat. The back of the mat. And release. And we'll move to Warrior One. So in Warrior One, your left foot is going to be angled towards the left front corner of your mat. Bend your right knee. Bend your right knee and slide down. Then hands on your hips as you pull the left hip forward, right hip back. Pushing weight into your right heel and the back edge of your left foot to get nice and anchored from the waist down. And when you're ready, releasing the arms up, pulling the shoulders down, lifting from the rib cage, gaze is up. Push into your back foot. Make sure your hips are squared so you can feel that back foot anchored. Nice big inhale. Exhale the hands towards the front. And then surround your right foot with both hands. Straighten your right knee. Tuck your chin in. Pull your navel into your tummy and let your forehead and your right knee come together. You can keep your hands here or you can turn your fingers around and walk them towards the back of the mat. Push into your back foot. Walking your hands back around the right foot if you move them. Put a bend into your right knee. Get nice and anchored. And then using your core, lift back up, Warrior One. Straighten the right knee. Interlace your hands behind your back. Or come to reverse prayer. Or grab opposite elbows. Both legs are straight as you inhale for a back bend. Exhale, take your crown of the head towards the front and then drop it down towards the right big toe. Pushing into both feet evenly. If your fingers are interlaced, you can pull your hands away from your back. Inhale, lift tall. As you exhale, we'll just pivot towards the other end of the mat. Picking your right heel up, angling the right big toes, or the right toes towards the right front corner of your mat. Bend into your left knee. Slide down. Make sure the left knee is right over the left ankle. Pushing into your back foot to anchor. Inhale, lift your arms overhead. Sinking down a little lower and squaring the right hip as you pull it forward. Pushing into your right edge of your back foot and lowering your shoulders away from your ears. Gaze is up, rib cage is lifted, nice strong warrior. Big breath in. Exhale your hands around your left foot, straighten your left knee, tuck your chin to your chest, let your forehead and your left knee come together, keeping your hands here. Or turning your fingers and walking them towards the back foot. Belly is tucked in. And then bend your left knee, place your hands back around your left foot. Push into your back foot as you inhale, back to Warrior One. Straighten the left knee, interlace your hands behind your back, or reverse prayer hands. As you inhale, lift up. Exhale your head towards the back of your mat, and then drop down, looking towards your left big toe. Push into your back foot, pull your belly in. Interlaced hands could be pulled away from your back. Pushing into your back foot as well. And then inhale, come back to center, release the bind. Turn both sets of toes to the long end of your mat. Step the right foot to meet the left. Taking a water break if you like. And we'll move to Warrior Two. Left foot is going to be parallel to the short end of your mat. Step your right foot way forward. Right toes face the front of the mat. Bend into your right knee and slide down. Pushing into your back foot to anchor yourself. Lining the right heel up with the left one. Pulling your belly in and then taking your arms out into a wide stretch. So we're not leaning forward. We're keeping our body weight centered over our hips. Shoulders are down, fingers are strong. Right knee is open away from the right big toe. So your hips are nice and open here. Coming to extended side angle, right arm down, left arm stretches up, stretching the arms in opposite directions, or coming to your version of extended side angle. Remembering there's no weight in that right arm. So if you're here, or down on the earth, or even in a bind, lots of places you can go. And windmill back, Warrior Two. Stretch the arms out. Open your right knee. Push into your back foot. And then straighten the right knee. Turn your right toes parallel to the front of your mat. Left toes face the back. Bend your left knee and slide down. Checking the placement of your left knee. Stretching the arms out long. Open your left knee. And extended side angle, left arm down, right arm up. Stretch and drop your left knee a little lower. Or move to your version of a side angle. Windmill back, Warrior Two. Belly is pulled in, push into your back foot. And then straighten your left knee, both sets of toes face the long side of the mat. Step your right foot to meet the left. And we'll move into our last standing posture of tree pose. So take your hands to your hips, let your weight pour through your left heel. Open your right knee and come to the right toes. Once you feel anchored, you can set your right foot inside of your left leg, either above the knee or below the knee, just not on the knee. It's not good for your knee. If you're a binder, you can take your right heel right up into the left hip socket. Once your legs are where you want them, take your arms up. Let your gaze follow. When you're ready, take your hands back to heart, left or right knee to center. Drop your right foot and walk it out. And we'll move to the left side. Pouring your weight through your right foot, take your left knee out to the side. Tuck your left foot inside of your right leg. Get nice and anchored, and then take your arms up. Take your gaze up. Left knee forward, left foot down, release the arms, walk it out. And we'll lay down on the mat for our series, our core work. So lay down on your mat. I don't know if I'm going to lose you here. And then bend your knees. Take the soles of the feet close to the body. Chin is up, hands behind your back, behind your neck, interlaced. Open your elbows. As you inhale, lift your head, neck, and shoulders to really let the lower back adhere to the earth. And then we'll take little pulses up towards the sky. Inhale, exhale, part way down. And just keep moving slowly, holding each pose, not lowering all the way down, keeping your elbows wide and your chin lifted. Belly is tucked in. Form is really important in core work. If you lose the form, take a break. When you can pull the belly back in and press the lower back down, keeping your elbows open and your chin lifted, come back and join us. A few more. Come on up and hold. Lift a little higher, hold. A little higher, hold. Exhale, lower down. We'll take a cleansing breath in through the nose, sigh it out. Moving to bicycles, you're going to lift your feet up off the ground so your legs are in an L shape. Belly is tucked in. This is a really good core work right here. If you'd like a little more, just extend your right heel forward, take your right elbow towards your left knee. Inhale to switch. Exhale, left heel out. The lower your leg is that's extended, the harder this is. Exhaling on the extension. Inhaling to switch. This next extension, hold and switch. Hold and release. Hug your knees. Roll forward and backward. Whew. And then extend your legs straight up towards the sky. Toes are flexed. Inhale, lift the head, neck, and shoulders, imprint the lower back. Stretch your fingers out. Lift your chin and just take those little pulses, lifting the upper body, stretching the fingertips towards the sky, and releasing partway down. You can tell I missed my Monday night class too. Hold. Lift a little higher, hold. A little high, hold. Ooh, bend your knees, cross your ankles, hug the knees and roll around. And then hugging your knees, roll forward and backward, making your way up to seated. Bringing the knees in close to the belly, lifting the feet off the ground. Then taking your hands behind your legs. Lift the feet so that the thighs are parallel. You can stay right here. You can extend your legs. You can release the legs. Just try not to lay too far back. Lift your belly towards your legs. Here in this strong boat, you can row the boat, lowering part way. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Woo. Inhaling up. If you're extended, hold, hold, and lower the legs, lower the upper body, lower the arms. Take a cleansing breath in through the nose. Sigh it out. All right, let's settle it down a little bit. So bend your right knee, plant your right foot close to your body, cross your left ankle over your right leg, and then push your left knee away from you with your left fingertips. Flex your left foot, Make sure your hips are square on the mat. And then feed your left hand in between your legs. Lift your right foot off the ground. Interlace your fingers over your right shin. Pull the right knee in towards the body and lower the head, neck, and shoulders. Flex both feet. You can use your left elbow to open your left knee a little bit. Then extend your right leg long. Interlace your hands over your left shin. Hug your elbows in, pull the left knee away from the body, and then draw it in towards your left armpit. I'm going to try to. Well, that's as good as it's going to get. Then extend your left leg out long. Plant your left foot on the ground. Cross your right ankle over your left leg. Push the right knee open. Flex your right foot. Feed your right hand, or just push your right knee away from you. And then pick your left foot up. Interlace your hands over your left shin. Pull the left knee in as you flex both feet, drawing the left knee in towards the body. Using your right elbow to open the right knee towards the back of your mat if you need a little more. Breathing long and deep, maybe closing your eyes, letting your right hip release. And then stretch your left leg out long on the mat. Interlace your hands over your right shin. Draw the right knee away from the right rib cage and then in towards the right armpit. Elbows are hugged in. Heels are flexed. Maybe you lift your left leg just an inch off the ground. Left heel drops. Release your right leg long on the mat. Then inhale, bring both knees into the heart. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders. Wrap your arms around your legs. Grab opposite elbows and then lay your head back, drawing the knees into the belly. Tuck your chin. Maybe you keep lifted and just tuck into a little ball. As you extend out long, arms overhead, take a big inhale, big sigh. Preparing to roll over to tabletop pose. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Then curl your toes. Press into your hands, lift your hips, and press up and back into downward facing dog. Chin tucks. Push into your all 10 fingers. Walk the dog here, bend one knee at a time. Work the opposite heel down. Coming to stillness. If your heels are down, lift your toes. Lift your hips, pull them away from your legs. Feeling the full extension of your legs here in down dog. Then walk your left foot a little bit closer to center as you inhale. Pick your right leg up, bend your right knee, drop it over to the left. Stack your hips, roll your right ankle. Maybe peek under your left arm for your right toes. Inhale, stretch it long behind you. As you exhale, step it outside of the right hand. Wiggle your left foot way back. Then drop your left knee and the top of your left foot down to the mat. Make sure your right knee is right over your right ankle, staying here up on your hands or lowering to your forearms. Pulling your hips forward and down, feeling the stretch here and in the top of the left leg. Curl your left toes, come off of your left knee, press into your hands, sweep your right leg back behind you. Big inhale. Then as you exhale, send your right knee forward in between your hands. Sit on your right hip, stretch your left leg out long. Then pressing into the hands, lift the right hip up, slide your right knee back, or bring the right ankle forward so that the right shin is as parallel to the front of the mat as you can make it. Inhale, lift up tall. And then as you exhale, walk forward. allowing your upper body to melt over your right leg. A lot of sensation in the right hip in pigeon pose. Try to just release everything right down to the mat. Curl your left toes, come off of your left knee, press into the hands, sweep the right leg back, and release the right toes to the earth. Moving to the left side, inhale the left leg up, bend the left knee, drop that leg over to the right. Stack your hips, roll your left ankle around. Inhale it back behind you as you exhale. Step it outside of the left hand. Wiggle your right toes back, drop the right knee and the top of the right foot down. Check the placement of your left knee, should be right over your left ankle. And then you can stay up on your hands, just pushing the hips forward and down, or bend your elbows and sink down. Climb back up to your hands, curl your right toes, come off of your right leg, press into the hands, inhale, sweep your left leg back. As you exhale, bend your left knee and set it in between your hands at the front of the mat, sitting on your left hip and stretching your right leg out long behind you. Top of the right foot is planted. Then pick up your left hip, slide your left knee back, or walk your left foot forward. You can inhale for a little back bend first, and then as you exhale, slowly walk forward. You can keep your hands as a pillow for your head or stretch them out long. Just drop the crown of the head down. Hands come underneath the shoulders, lift the upper body, curl the right toes, press into the hands, sweep your left leg back behind you, releasing it, and then planting your left foot next to the right. As you inhale, you're going to bring your hips forward so the shoulders are over the wrists, coming up to the toes, lifting the belly, lifting the kneecaps up into the knees, coming into this nice strong plank pose. So if you know me in my classes, I don't keep time very well. So it'll be close to a minute. If you lose your form, please drop down to your knees and come back and join us. So belly is tucked, shoulders are squeezing behind you, maybe turn the inner arms towards each other. Back is nice and flat, bottom is not sticking up or drooping down, but nice level plank. This is where I usually tell a story, but being that we're not in school, I don't have a good one. But I do have a joke. What do you call a fake St. Patrick's Day rock? A sham rock. Get it? Then hug your elbows in, bend your elbows, lower down to your belly. Woo! Take your arms out long in front of you. Lay the chin on the mat, the arms on the mat. I'm going to move the computer right to the floor. So professional. There we go. So we're going to do some spine strengtheners here for our back. Chin is on the mat, tops of the feet are down. And on an inhale, we're going to lift the upper body, pressing the hips into the mat and the tops of the feet into the mat. So inhale, lift up. Breathe. Squeeze your glutes. And exhale, lower down. Phew. Bend your elbows, tuck your hands on either side of your chest. chin is on the mat. On an inhale, we're going to lift up again, just the upper body, squeezing the glutes. Inhale, lift up. Push your feet down. Feel the back. And exhale, lower down. Place your right cheek on the mat. Send your arms alongside of you. Flip the palms up. Let your shoulders melt. Chin back on the mat, arms out into a T. On an inhale, lift everything up. Legs, belly, arms. And exhale, lower. Left cheek on the mat, shoulders melt. Chin back to the mat, flip your palms down. We're going to leave the hands down, but lift everything up this time. So lift up, press your hands into the earth. And exhale, lower down. Interlace your hands behind your back for bound locust, or you can bend your knees and reach back for your ankles with both hands for floor bow. Wherever you are, on an inhale, lift up. If you're in bound locust, squeeze the knuckles towards the feet. If you're in floor bow, you can roll from side to side. And exhale, lower down. Phew. Hands under the shoulders, child's pose. Bend your knees, take your knees to opposite corners of the mat, let your big toes touch. Sink your hips towards your heels. Allow the hands to stretch forward. Lay the crown of the head down. Just breathe. Tucking in for rabbit pose. Lift the upper body. Let the knees come together. Sink your hips back towards your heels. Tuck your chin to your chest. Let the crown of the head come to the mat. Then slide your arms behind you. You can grab the same heels, or you can cross your arms behind you and reach for opposite heels. Lifting the hips and then settling the hips down towards the heels, tucking everything in. And release. Place your hands on either side of your head. Lift the whole upper body before tilting the chin and lifting the head. Then we'll come right up to kneeling for camel pose. Take your knees apart about hip distance. You can curl your toes if you want to stretch the toes a little, or you can lay the tops of the feet down. You can either do just a back bend here, or you can come to half camel or full camel. So we'll try all three. So hands are on your lower back. Press your hips forward and let your head drop back behind your between your shoulders. Stay here, or release the right fingertips to the right heel. Left arm can come up and overhead, taking a nice stretch. Switching left fingertips to the left heel, right hand behind you. And you can switch between sides. And when and if you're ready, if you practice full camel, both sets of fingertips reach for the heels, lifting the chest, pulling the body forward, letting the head drop. Hands on your lower back as you inhale, lift the upper body. Place your hands on the mat and sit down on the mat. Let your right leg come forward, flex your right toes, tuck your left foot inside of your right leg. Lifting the upper body, twisting from the navel towards the right knee. Inhale the arms overhead, interlace the fingers. As you exhale, tip forward. Maybe hooking the hand on the foot, maybe you grab an ankle or a shin. Lifting up and then folding down over the right leg. More intense stretch, the chin faces the right foot. Otherwise, tuck your chin and let your forehead drop to your knee. Inhale, lift up. Turn towards your left shoulder. Extend your left arm out long. Thumb up. Slide your right arm down your right leg. Either reach for the big toe, or you can grab an ankle or shin. Then as you inhale, drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Send your left arm over the left ear and stretch the left fingertips forward, or try to reach the right big toe. But try to stack your shoulders. Bring the left arm so it's over the right shoulder. You should feel the stretch down your left side body. Inhale, come back to center, crossing your right leg over your left knee, coming to seated. Maybe your knees are pointing up and the feet are planted. Make sure your right sits bone is down on the earth. Right hand behind you to support your lower back. Inhale your left arm straight up and then bend your left elbow, tuck it outside of the right knee, turn and look over your right shoulder. Press your right hip down. So this twist is from the belly, not the neck. Exhale, release. Hands plant behind you as you lean in for a breath. Then come back to center and we'll switch sides. Extend your left leg out long, tuck your right foot in, sit up nice and tall, and then turn the navel towards the left knee as you inhale the arms up overhead, interlacing the fingers. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, walk your arms back. As you exhale, look over your right shoulder, extending your right arm out long, thumb up. Left hand stretches down towards the left big toe or great ankle or shin. Pull back on the big toe, send the right arm up and over the right ear, bend the left ear towards the left shoulder and stretch the right fingertips forward. Open your heart towards the sky. And coming back up to center, step your left foot over your right knee. Rearrange your hips so they're both square on the earth. Sit up tall, plant your left hand behind you. Inhale the right arm up and then bend the right elbow, tuck it outside of the left knee. Inhale, lift up and then twist, look over your left shoulder. And if you want to bind here, you'll take that right hand in between your legs and reach around for the fingers with your left. Not necessary, just an option. Make sure your left hip doesn't come up off the earth though. Exhale, unwind, plant your hands behind you on the other side, lean in. And then come on back to center. Crushing your legs, sitting up nice and tall. As you inhale, lift the heart. As you exhale, walk the fingertips forward, keeping the chest lifted. And then when your fingertips won't go any further, let your head drop. Open your knees, release them, release your hips. Hands walk forward or back towards your body. Exhale, unwind. Cross the legs in the other direction. Reset the sits bones so they're nice and even on the earth. As you inhale, lift tall. Exhale, fingertips forward, chest lifted, and then allow your chin to drop. And inhale, lift up tall. And we'll just end class right here in our cross-legged seat. You're welcome to take a Shavasana when you finish class as long as you like. Wiggle around on your sits bones. Take your hands to heart center. Tilt your chin down. Just taking a minute to give yourself some gratitude for participating in this Venus yoga class. Thank you for breathing with me. Thank you for sharing this space. Taking this moment of stillness to wish people well, to wish for calmness and kindness in this uncertain time. Take your thumbs to your third eye. May you have kind thoughts. Your thumbs to your lips. May you speak kind words. and your thumbs to your heart. May you have a kind, peaceful heart filled with gratitude. The light in me bows humbly to the light, love, and energy in all of you. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Please enjoy your day. Namaste.